Good morning, brothers and sisters, and members of the ABCDEFGHJJKLMNOPQRSTUVWXYZ community. Today is December 5th, 2025. It's a Friday morning, and we're back again with the Hands-Off Manager, how to mentor peoples and allow them to be successful. We're going to pick up on pages 92 to 93, and I'll go on to read here. But where is the good work in all of that? We have taught our peoples to be aggressive, cynical politicians instead of true craftsmen and masters of their work. So the real job of our leadership is to give these peoples back to themselves. Got to give them back to themselves. When they are mere approval seekers, they live in fear of criticism. They live in fear of criticism. Fear of criticism. They swang between severe anticipation and imaginary fear, back and forth. They try to score inner office impressions instead of pleasing the customer. You talk about a toxic work environment. Yeah. They think the competition is the person down the hall, not the company making a similar product. And then they wonder why the other company took the customers. My brothers and sisters and members of the alphabet community, it's a very stressful situation when you're in leadership or when you're under a leader who they look at you as a competition. It's a sad situation, but it's so much to unpack there. But we're gonna keep it moving. Soon their stress causes them to convert Soon their stress causes them to convert fear of anticipated criticism into self-criticism. So what we have there is a struggle and a battle of the mind. Not consciously, but subconsciously, the programming may go like this. I'll criticize myself so that you can't criticize me. Or I'll get to me before you can. Self-criticism and low self-esteem become a defense mechanism. You will see this in people you sit down. You will see this in the people you sit down with when you take over a new team. It, and before I continue there, that reminds me of a scene, a movie with Denzel Washington called The Great Debaters, and he was coaching the debating team on how to debate. They were trying to become the debate masters or master debaters, if you will. So he was on the stage talking with the young guy, and the young guy made the comment, well, I can show you better than I can tell you. It goes a little something like this.
Right now? Yes, sir, I do like to talk. Is that a virtue or a vice? Well, I have to admit, I've always wanted to be the quiet, mysterious type. Only I couldn't keep my mouth shut long enough.
Would you punch yourself in a street fight, Mr. Burgess?
No, sir.
Then don't punch yourself in a word fight. You don't have to make fun of yourself. Use your humor against your opponent. Mr. Palmer.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So you can see there, a lot of times people they make it a habit to punch themselves in a word fight. But let me continue. If you're the first hands-off manager they have ever had, it will be like entering a war-torn province. The worker's subconscious mind says, if I'm already skeptical of the work I do and who I am in the workplace, then at least I'm beating you to it. Just imagine living like that, waiting for, anticipating on your team leader to rip you a new one. But let me continue. It isn't just managers and parents who miss the opportunity to give people to themselves. Sometimes even professional success coaches and consultants miss it as well. The very people you would think were there to reverse the process. The very people you would think were there to reverse the process actually ends up building momentum onto the process. And it's negative momentum. Yes, it reminds me of the quote, I could do bad all by myself, as I continue. Rather than coaching you into becoming the best of who you are, they look for the best of who they think you should be. And again, that's why Passa Woods don't like going to the youth football games, because those coaches get out there and they try to coach the kids to do things that they never could do. As I continue, that makes the coaching relationship less supportive, and it keeps alive the client's sense of I can't do this. And that's why a lot of people struggled in the workplace, and that's why a lot of companies. Did you know that statistically, over half of the companies, small businesses that start, end up in failure? Kind of like marriages too. There's a connection there with this approval seeking that I speak of. Without hands off management and mentoring that is compassionate and visionary, leadership generally defaults to this philosophy. The world would be a better place if everyone would operate as I do. The world would be a better place if only everyone would operate as I do. That's an alarmingly narcissistic perspective because of that, it's not functional. We are interconnected beings, not isolated egos. In a quote by Douglas Noel Adams, go on to say, when you blame others, you give up your power to change. Two of my favorite words, give, change. And on that note, my brothers and sisters and members of the ABCDEFGHIJK, community, it's time to give up some change. So go into your coin purse, dig deeper, and fish out some change for Passa Woods. Yes. And I'm going to leave you with the rest of that scene from The Great Debaters. It's a very good movie talking about master debaters. Yes. And always remember, baby Jesus love you. Peace.
Happy Mr. Palmer. Tell us one thing we don't know about your father.
He was the first Negro PhD.
One thing we don't know about your father, Mr. Palmer.
He walked from Florida to Massachusetts to go to college at Boston University. He graduated magna cum laude.
Mr. Lowe.
Tell us about your father. Why don't you tell us something about your father?
Trying to get to know each other, Mr. Lowe.
I was trying to get to know you, Mr. Tolson.
Well, I'm not the one on the debate team.
Are we not engaged in a debate right now?
All right. I'll take the affirmative. Take the meanest, most restless nigger. Strip him of his clothes in front of the remaining male niggers, female niggers, and nigger infants. Tar and feather him. Tie each leg to a horse facing in opposite direction, set him on fire, and beat both horses until they tear him apart in front of the male, female, and nigger infants. Bullwhip and beat the remaining nigger males within an inch of their life. Do not kill them, but put the fear of God in them, for they can be useful for future breeding. Anybody know who Willie Lynch was? Anybody? Raise your hand. No one? He was a vicious slave owner in the West Indies. The slave masters in the colony of Virginia were having trouble controlling their slaves, so they sent for Mr. Lynch to teach them his methods. The word lynching came from his last name. His methods were very simple, but they were diabolical. Keep the slave physically strong, but psychologically weak and dependent on the slave master. Keep the body, take the mind. I and every other professor on this campus are here to help you to find, take back, and keep your righteous mind. Because obviously you have lost it. That's all you need to know about me, Mr. Lowe. Class dismissed.